I'm James Orchard. I'm the housemaster of Southwood, which is the boys' day house at Cheltenham College. I have an assistant housemaster as well as a team of 3 matrons who rotate over the course of the week. And across Lower College, I also have 7 academic tutors, and between us all, we're responsible for duties in-house and the wellbeing and progress of all of the Lower College and Upper College boys in Southwood. As the boys' day house at Cheltenham College, we are perfectly located in the school site. We're one of the closest houses to the centre of college, which means we are, no pun intended, a sort of hive of activity. The reason why the bee is the emblem for Southwood, the bee itself is inspired by Napoleon's bees, the idea of the worker bee, the hard-working bee. But I've actually found out since I started at college that Southwood's emblem isn't meant to be a bee, it's meant to be a wasp. It's transitioned over time. It was originally the wasp, and we still do have something called the wasp tie, which is one of the most coveted ties in Southwood, and it's given to any boy who makes a significant contribution to college and Southwood life. Being the only boys' day house in a full boarding school, Southwood plays an integral part in college life. The boys in Southwood are as represented in all of the various activities that go on. Being located where we are does also mean it's lovely because a lot of the boys who are boarders do come to Southwood in their break times. They come to use the garden, the wonderful garden that we have. One of the things that my staff and I try to do with Southwood is to create a home away from home for day boys, for them to experience as close as possible the boarding life and the boarding culture that's so important to Cheltenham College. Means that it places us very much at the heart of what's happening in school. Integration with the rest of college actually sort of happens a lot. There are social events every single Saturday running, whether they are in other boarding houses or in venues in college itself. And Southwood are invited to all of those. One of the things that I think adds to the allure of Southwood is that the boys have the flexibility of being able to attend the ones that they do want to, but then also if they do want to meet up with their friends in Cheltenham, they can do. If they've got things arranged with their parents, they can do. Being a day boy gives you the best of all worlds. So the house prefects in Southwood are invaluable. I meet with them once a week. I assign prefects to the 3rd form, the 4th form and the 5th form. Those prefects will then spend the year with that form. They're a key part of the sort of pastoral support that's available for boys in the Lower College in Southwood. The prefects will also do duties in-house too, so they will help matron at break time. They will help matron to ensure that everybody's moving through and getting their food. We do have a kitchen, and yes, the boys do use that to cook their own food. And then when we host dinner parties in Southwood, the kitchen is then used too. We have this function room, which is lovely. We hold all sorts of house events in here. The boys also have a games room with a table tennis table and table football. There's an electronic dartboard in there as well. And we also have an arcade machine too. We have studies for all of the boys. One of the things that I have tried to introduce in Southwood is more flexible workspace. There are plenty of workspaces for students, but it's acknowledging that the fact is the workplace has become a more flexible space. We also have my favourite room in Southwood, which is the little library that we have. We now have this little nook in Southwood. It has a chaise longue in it and a table and some comfy chairs and lots of lovely books, and it's a guaranteed quiet space in house. And I know that currently there are probably sort of 15 to 20 boys in Southwood who are really loyal to that space. They love just being able to go in there. It's quiet, they're not going to be disturbed. It's lovely to have those little havens in what is such a sort of vibrant and exciting place. We're not a boarding house, but we do have an overnight room where boys who have early starting college activities and late finishing college activities, they can stay the night. So mum and dad aren't having to get up at silly o'clock in the morning or aren't getting home at silly o'clock at night. What makes Southwood special to me is that we are a really broad and inclusive community at Southwood. There really genuinely is a brotherhood within Southwood. We have these vertical groups in the house called the Bands of Brothers, and they will compete against other Southwood bands in these vertical groups. We are a house that draws on a really wide range of influences and strengths and people achieving all sorts of wonderful things on a daily basis, and it really is a wonderful thing to see. Together as a house we do celebrate that. We do have one house tradition. I have something called the Husum bow tie. It's something that I award at the Christmas dinner, also at speech day when everyone's parents come in as well. And this bow tie and pocket square is for any boy who performs an act of quiet decency, an act of kindness that isn't self-seeking, isn't self-serving. It's those moments where one boy reaches out to another and supports them and helps them and doesn't ask for anything in return. If I had to describe Southwood in one word, I mean, I've got to say it, buzzing.